Now to Victoria, where 7 emergency warnings are burning across the state's east. Andrea Carruthers joins me now live from Bairnsdale. Andrea, 4 people remain unaccounted for.
That's right, Danica. 4 people remain unaccounted for. It's very concerning for authorities here. But meanwhile, while that's happening for the thousands of people still stranded in Victoria's east, supplies are dwindling. They're now actually going to be brought in by boat. We do know that there's around 30,000 people that come to the East Gippsland around this time of year. They were all told to get out on Sunday night. Now, many did stay. Many have been stranded in towns such as Malakuta, which we saw yesterday. 4,000 people flocking to that shoreline there to the water to get away from the fire front as it swept through. Now, drinking supplies are low, food supplies are low. Power is also out in lots of these areas. Now, a lot of the reason that we haven't been able to get supplies in is that main arterial road, the Princes Highway, has been shut for hundreds of kilometres for the last couple of days. So the CFA has confirmed that boats will be used to help bring in more supplies.
We've basically got people trapped now. That fire sort of ran through Malakuta, more to the north. It's now run up the highway into New South Wales, so blocking the opportunity to leave via the highway. So we've focused on what supplies we can get in. So there's a police boat taking water in today. There's another barge going in, and if we can fly in, depending on the smoke, we'll be certainly using our helicopters.
Meanwhile, we are starting to get a bit of a picture of just how destructive these bushfires have been. We know at least 50 structures have been lost, but that number is suspected to be far higher. You've only got to see some of that dramatic aerial vision, particularly over areas such as Sarsfield, to see just the havoc that has been caused across the East Gippsland by these fires. Meanwhile, I'm here at Bairnsdale Relief Centre, where a lot of people are still having an anxious wait to return home. Many tried to go home yesterday only to hit roadblocks. They will be allowed, many to hit roadblocks. Now, there have been questions from some of them as to the cause of these fires. Some are saying that they believe that there hasn't been enough backburning done. But this is how Andrew Crisp responded when asked about that.
Well, I'm not exactly sure of the numbers in relation to backburning and hectares. This is a part of the state that has regular burns, so nature performs its own backburning. Again, let's have a discussion about backburning at a later stage. My focus today, and I think for the next weeks and months, is very much on our going fires, keeping our community safe and supporting those communities that have been impacted.
We are also expecting the Victorian Premier here in just a couple of hours, so no doubt there are also questions he may face. Danica?
Andrea, thank you. And Patrick Murrell is at Victoria's State Control Centre in Melbourne. Pat, how are conditions looking today?
Danica, the weather is a bit cooler and generally more mild today, and firefighters are going to be using those conditions to take advantage of the fact that the fire threat actually increased overnight. That was due to thunderstorms and dry lightning sparking additional fires across the state. There are currently 45 fires burning across Victoria, 7 emergency warnings, 6 of those for East Gippsland, 1 for Corryong, just east of Albury on the New South Wales-Victoria border. We know that over 500,000 hectares of land has been burned. There's about 66,000 are currently burning in East Gippsland. About 50 structures have been destroyed in East Gippsland, or confirmed destroyed at the moment. That actual number likely far higher. Fire assessment teams haven't yet been able to reach the affected towns, though they are expected to arrive on the ground with some support from the ADF today, and we'll get a better idea of just how many structures, how many homes, fences, how much livestock has been claimed by these fires. Now, in addition to the structures lost in East Gippsland, we know that between 10 and 15 structures have been destroyed in Corryong, or just north of Corryong, where there's an ongoing bushfire emergency. There is some worry that that bushfire there could leap the border and join up with an ongoing fire in New South Wales.
So we've got 45 going fires across the state. There was a band of dry lightning came through last night and ignited a number of new fires. So we're very focused on prioritising those fires. We need to round those up as quickly as we can, because given where they are, Mount Buller, Mount Hotham, up in that Great Dividing Range, there's every chance that they'll run on a hot northerly to join our fires in East Gippsland. So that's the fire side of things, but we're very, very focused on doing everything we can to work with and support our communities, particularly those that are isolated.
Danica, the focus today will be getting those isolated towns and isolated residents supplies and evacuating them if it is safe. Firefighters, of course, taking advantage of those cooler conditions before it heats up again over the weekend.